if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys' creative quarterback as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Cowboys and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. They clearly want to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. 18-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to look to throw.
Pass complete. It's to Ezekiel Elliott, his running back.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Taken at the goal line.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running wide side, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Murray got his man, Robbie Anderson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray to air it out again. Forced out to his left.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
From the 27,
Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Murray now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Murray caught left side, Hopkins. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Murray off play action. And now here's another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's the option.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys have opened the lead up to 30. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. That's complete over the middle to Anderson.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Murray now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Murray again. And that will be incomplete. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Now back to throw. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Elliott going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Murray to air it out again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Murray, one final try. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cowboys, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.